Karma as a concept looks simple because it has some simplistic angles, like the angle of cosmic balance. As you sow, so shall you reap. That is cosmic balance. That's an easy way to understand karma, but then karma is actually a far wider concept with many nuances. One particular nuance around karma, which is a very pragmatic lens through which one can see karma, is this: when you do what is needed, there is no karmic affliction. A natural corollary to this is when you do anything beyond what is needed, then karma comes in. One of the best ways to illustrate this is what Krishna would explain to Arjuna, that it is required for the restoration of Dharma to fight this war. When you fight this war because it is needed, there is no karma that you will attract for having killed your near and dear ones. However, if you refrain from it, you are not doing what is needed, then there is a karmic implication. And if you indulge in it from a space of revengefulness, vindictiveness, then again there is a karmic implication. So can the action be done because the action is circumstantially required in the moment? And anything less than that will involve karma, and anything more than that will involve karma. Refraining from it owing to the emotion of cowardice will involve karma, and overindulging in it owing to the emotion of revengefulness will attract karma. So making it more practical, if you are having friction with somebody in a close relationship, then in that moment, what is required? If it is required to be silent and you speak up, then you are doing more than what is needed. That will attract karma. Because whatever you speak would come from an emotional space. And then there are these other situations where in the moment of friction, it is sometimes required to call out to the other person, to get them present to where you want them to be present to. Or say it is a child and the child is not exercising enough caution while crossing a road. Silence is not the appropriate response. The response is to actually make it clear to the child in a firm way that this is not acceptable and this is not how it is done. Not doing this will involve karma, and overdoing it, say you keep repeating that point and harping upon it for longer and longer, that is going to involve karma once again. So when the response is proportionate to the situation, there's no karma. When it is disproportionate, which means when it is less or when it is more, both the situations will attract karma. And what it means is it is going to create a cycle which will result in the form of a backfiring, which will create another occasion for a similar situation to happen, or which will bounce back in the form of an unsavory result for you sometime, and which you will again in all probability deal in the same unintelligent way and then create yet more karma. So the vicious cycle of karma begins. So the way to stem karma is to always offer a response that is appropriate to the situation and to the context. Anything less than the context and anything more than the context will unnecessarily get us caught in the karmic loop. Think about this one.